What's up? Daily shop 1. Replenish our alarm clocks a bit, so we're probably going to burn through them on Tamamo runs. What's up, Gretster? How's it going? Really doing an old Marvelous Sunday. Marvelous Sunday to you as well. We're still chasing retention threshold here. I'm not worried yet. We're gonna have, like, 2 more team trials runs at the end of the stream, I think. But we do only have a buffer of about 1,500 points right now, and that's very close, and I'm not comfortable with that. I would love to even just get to, like, 800. So, as far as what we're going to work on today, I did put together a Tamamo yesterday, and she's okay. It's not great. Like, power is still under 1,000, weight is only 740. But we have Daring Strike, we have Tail 9, we have double mile corners, I have double encloser straights. We didn't get full of vigor, it's only pumped, but it's probably the best Tamamo we have so far. So for now, she's going to get the handshake. What I want to do today, though, is I want to build a ton of Nishino flowers. So we're going to set up the typical Nishino flower ace run deck that we've been using. And we're going to treat it like an ace run until we hit the senior summer break inheritance. And then if we don't have... Which type is it? If we don't have, like, Mile S, or we've missed Speed Star, or, like, other stuff has gone wrong, we'll just pivot it into being a parent run. So we go here, and then we've got a Brian with 4 medium sparks in here somewhere. I don't remember which Brian it is, but we can find it fairly easily. Is it you? No, but I do like that Brian. I wish I wasn't so much of a coward. Otherwise, I would try and run that Brian at so many turf sparks for us. Is it you? No, you're late Mile. It's definitely not you. Honestly, I don't even remember what this Brian is for. Let's save ourselves the borrow slot, because I don't want to get confused by that Brian. It's just going to distract me from my purpose. Not getting ace runs, but getting plethora of skill points from Tiara, double sprinter, and whatever G1s. I mean, it's good for, like, parent runs. Was it you? It's you. You're the Brian. Yuna. I need to remember that it's Yuna. And then let's do deck. The more... So I did, like, 3 practice lobbies yesterday after we finished the Tamamo Cross, or after I finished the Tamamo Cross, because it wasn't the one on video. I figured I just wanted to take a quick look at how we were doing in lobbies. We did win one of them. We beat one good runner and then one UG4 stat padded Ogre, but it was special week. And the biggest thing that I'm noticing is that it's not common, but we will occasionally have our pace chasers in 5th or worse, which disqualifies them from hitting Nishino's unique, which means that they don't go anywhere in late race. So the more of those lobbies that I'm doing, the more I'm thinking that Full of Vigor is actually really important as a skill that can pull them up from 5th, 6th, or worse and get them into unique territory. So I would really like to try and emphasize that on pretty much every runner I put together. I think Curvature is going to do the same thing. So we're just locked into using Kita-san here, even though it's only 1 limit break. I think we go. How bad is Shatterproof? Is Shatterproof the one that accelerates? Because if it's the acceleration when you're in the back, it's pretty bad. If it's velocity when you're in the back, I don't hate it for this CM specifically. We can go and look, though. Let me hit dark mode quick so I don't flashbang you. Shatterproof is acceleration. I think Shatterproof is quite bad. Like, acceleration mid-race doesn't do anything. If Shatterproof was velocity, I think it would actually be pretty good to use for this specific CM. But because it's acceleration, it's bad all the time. Because you don't need acceleration in mid-race. It's about as bad as Masterful Gambit is. Because that's the velocity, but it's velocity in late race when you don't need it because you're accelerating. So I would not think about Shatterproof. If it was towards the back late race, it'd be good. But it's none of the things that would allow it to be useful. So let's see what we've got in store for us today. The biggest things I'm looking for are Speedstar, Mile S, Full of Vigor. I think no matter what else happens, if we find a run that can do that, it's a run that I think I would call good enough. At this point, because sign up opens today at 6 p.m. and then I think lobbies open on the 4th. So we're starting to run out of time to be sending ace runs over and over again. I think we're going to either have to get really lucky on a run or we're just going to have to settle. We'll see. The other thing that I might try, now that I think about it, is somebody in the comments, and I can find their name. Because I should know their name, because it was a good suggestion. I could go for Resident Frontier. I could also go for Prepared to Pass here. Prepared to Pass int is also pretty good. It was Raptor. Raptor said the 2LB Admire Vega Gut still has 12% race bonus and 1 speed bonus, so she'll probably work better than Air Groove. I think she might work better than Haru. I really like the amount of mood bonus and training effectiveness that Haru gives, but I don't need her gold skill, and I might try and replace her with Admire Vega. We'll see. This deck in particular has felt really, really solid on these Nishino runs. The biggest problem has just been that we haven't gotten Curvature and Speedstar. Oh, why is... we're gonna have to door it. CB should not be there. That's supposed to be fine motion. That's just failure to double check before we hit run. It's also a failure of me to not correctly differentiate between Gemini Pace and Gemini End. Let's do that now so I don't make that mistake again. Copy you to here. And then this is Gemini End. That's very sad. We'll still have enough TP to do everything that we want today, but... a fairly careless blunder. So we do Bamboo Memory for sure, and then when we're doing an end run, we have you. And then I guess as long as we're setting the deck up, how much do I like Admire Vega here? What do we lose by not pushing Admire Vega to max uncaps? We lose the power bonus. That kind of sucks. So we still get speed bonus from this. We're at 12%. We use it for Tamamo runs later, but I don't think it's right for Nishino. I think that's maybe like end closer technology. The race bonus is nice. It's just not that good. And then you can just keep being... because Haru does have good events. Haru's events are really, really nice. Alright. This is the deck. Hopefully we've gotten all of our Carolers errors out of the way very, very early. Yeah, every single one of Haru's events giving energy is just really convenient. I think I want to stick with doing that. Also, wow, all these training, god awful. Level up speed is a facility, I guess. And then give me some of the energy back. I don't really want to blow 5 energy right now, and we're still pre-debut. So I'll just take the speed. Nice speed training. Take energy back again, sure. Still no opportunity to go wit, and I don't love any of these trainings. There's maybe a part of me that thinks about leveling up guts as a facility here, but there's also a part of me that thinks about, like, just hit a recreation and get mood up a little bit. And then we're going to get a couple extra stats out of every training. That stamina is nice, but I don't need stamina, so let's stick to leveling up facilities that I want to be using long term. No shifting gears out of Shinko Windy this run. Do I care about bamboo memory hints? I don't hate the idea of updrafters, and I do like mile straightaways and homestretch haste. So I do kind of like a bamboo memory hint here. I don't feel like I need to level Haru. And speed is to people who are very far ahead. I think that's fine as a guts training. We also get skill points out of Akikawa. It also sheds a little energy if we hit like slow metabolism or some other energy up event. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, we'll just roll on with it. Yeah, I think you really want to prioritize Junior for friendships as much as you can. But I think you also want to try and prioritize wit as much as you can so you don't have to take a turn off to rest. Like, if there's one less friendship on wit, I'll generally try and still click it. Just because if you have to rest in pre-debut, it's a turn that you spend not building friendships. Before you have the chance to buy things like items to mitigate that happening. This is also mood up, so we're at great. That's out of the way. I don't mind that power training, but again, I just want to camp on wit to keep conserving energy if we see a really good training. Wit to 2. Power 20 versus wit 10, skill points 15. We inherit a lot of power from our parents, so I think I can take a wit and skill point split here. It's just maybe more stats at the end of the run. Everybody's 2 friends or less. Just take wit again. Energy 5, stand 5, power 5 versus firm conditions. I do want to unlock firm conditions since we're not running top road. Let's make sure we at least have access to that. And then this is a fine speed training to take into debut race. That's an okay junior year. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Okay. 81 stamina is scary. Not for the debut, because the debut is a sprint, and then the first G3 is a sprint. We'll find ways to fix it. It's only scary for the 1800 mile in like early August. But we've got time to fix that problem before we get to that point. I'm sure everything downstairs is fine, don't worry about it. So we definitely have enough energy to motivating Megaphone. But I'd prefer to click wit if I could, because we have a, well, the Megaphone feels so bad when you're on the sprint schedule, because you only get 2 races out of it, or you only get 2 trainings out of it, one here, and none of these trainings look that good. Like, if it was a wit training, I'd love to click it. We'd spend some energy on the junior stakes and then just train again. But I don't think a motivating Megaphone is great for the trainings we have right now. We'll just buy skill books and a Vita 40 instead. And then I can click wit regardless to try and bring Haru up a little bit. It is a versus race, which is nice. Okay. This lets us buy the Cleat Hammer and the Megaphone, because we could still think about the Megaphone at the start of Classic here. Except I also want both of those things. So these leave first. We'll grab them instead. We'll come back for the Megaphone and Cleat Hammer after the Niigata Junior Stakes. And then we have a great wit training. I'm totally fine with taking that for friendship purposes. And then we can Vita 40 into a training late September if we need to. That's a nice wit training too, honestly. It's not better than a race, because I need the shop coins right now. But it's not a bad wit training. Okay. Next race is the one that's a little scary with sub 100 stamina. That 12 stamina might actually matter a lot. Also, Focus is nice to pick up there. Also, an Empowering Megaphone is nice to pick up there. I don't need sprinting gear. Haru's done. Thanks for the energy. Gives me an Empowering Megaphone and an Artisan Cleat Hammer. How bad is it? It's triangle stamina. It's not firm, but it's good. I mean, I don't think we don't not run it. Especially when these trainings are not good. So I think we just run it and then we don't spend clocks on it if we don't win. Do I need to buy anything else here? No. We're just gonna send it. She'll be alright. 3-turn Megaphone won't be the biggest loss if it goes away. It won't be. Like, if I see a Master Cleat Hammer and an Empowering Megaphone out of the shop reset, I'm just gonna let it go. If that's rushed, I'll re-roll it. It was. I'll spend 1 clock on this. I think if she doesn't rush, she has a chance to finish. I'm probably gonna have to take that. Buy ahead? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that. That's probably a stamina issue, honestly, but I'm not going to inherit stamina to get over that problem. We'll just live with it. 2 friend stamina, 1 friend guts, 1 friend wit. This is a chance for Nimble Nav. I don't even necessarily hate outer post proficiency. I can get that Megaphone at this point now too. But I think I probably Vita 20 into this for friendship, otherwise we're not doing anything this turn, and I don't love that. This also might shore up our stamina looking at like the hopeful stakes. Right-handed's not what we're looking for, but that's okay. Shop reset says Speed Ankle Weight, Artisan Cleat Hammer, Guts Manual. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I need a second motivating Megaphone. Down to 30 clocks, started at 200 at the start of Track Blazer. Hey, they've been giving some clocks and giveaways, which is nice, but it's only like 3 per day. It's not going to keep you afloat for that long. They gotta drop like a 100 clock giveaway. That would be the stuff. And then we can come back and go... Well, we should probably get this first. Get these out of the shop because they leave earlier. Artemis Stakes is not a versus, so if there's a good wit training today, I'd think about it. There's not a good wit training today. Give me the non-versus mile for the sake of race coins and shop reset. Okay. Stam 12 is also kind of nice. G2 is good. If the G2 is a versus, I'll do it. And then I'll just skip the sports time. I don't mind that. Do something like that. So we're done with everything in the shop now. It opens us up to race fatigue, but I think that's fine. Also, the mile's not a versus. So if this was a versus, I'd probably take it. Given that it's not of versus, and I don't have a cupcake or a skin. So if it was a versus, I'd race it, and then I'd skip the sports high. If I had a cupcake and a hand cream, I would run 6. Because I have neither of those, I think it's just a rest. If I had a Vita 20, I'd wit. And because I have none of those, I'm just going to rest. That's a dead turn, which is unfortunate. Corner adept versus guts. Give me that corner adaptant. Damn, you're cooked. You're not winning a single room match. Your Tamamo doesn't have Halo or Dober ult. Well, Dober's ult doesn't work on the CM track. So I don't think I would worry too much about that. Even if you had Ryan's unique, I don't think Ryan's unique is particularly good. But I would also consider that room matches tend to be fairly sweaty. Like, most people in room matches are people who are going to A finals consistently. So if you're competitive in lobbies, even if you're not necessarily winning them, I think you're probably still in okay shape. Speed 10 versus Mood 1, Guts 5. I'll just take Speed 10. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to make it through the stakes. I think if we see stamina as a race reward from the Hanshin JF, it bolsters my spirits a little bit. But it's definitely a sketchy amount of stamina right now. We might skip it. We'll see. They should invent a mile race that happens at the end of December in Classic Year. What was motivation for starting a new account? I saw a bunch of other people talk about how you couldn't play Uma without Kita-san at max limit break, so I said, alright, bet, and then made an account after the banner ended. I think it's just more useful if you're going to make content for people who are starting Uma to not have access to a million resources and then just go, well, pretend I don't have these and this is the strategy that you would use. Your account anymore. Which, okay, sure. Which is interesting, because I think the resources that I have access to right now are better than the average players. So this account has already kind of outgrown the whole idea of starting a free-to-play account. It's a pretty established account at this point. Did your connection or did stream freeze? I have 0 dropped frames, and YouTube Studio says my connection strength is excellent, so I think it might be you. Unfortunately. Hand cream's a nice pickup. Artisan Cleat Hammer. Double Guts Ankle Weight. Double Vita 20. Hand cream. Can afford both of those. We have a perilously low amount of energy recovery right now. But that's probably a good enough wit training to try and Vita 20 into. It's been freezing every now and then. There's nothing on my end that suggests there's a problem. I have none dropped frames. I have a solid connection. I'm not sure. Let me know if it continues and I can see if there's anything else I can do. Also, it's fine to fail that. Our expectations were fairly low. I might actually want to take stamina here. Just to build up a little bit with an eye towards the Oaks. I'm still going to try and take that with training. We need the friendship growth. And then this is mile versus territory. Also freezes for you. Let me try this. This might break everything, but if it breaks, I promise